Hi, it's Glenn Ford once again. Hopefully a little bit more alive than I was in the last session. Now, so far, we've covered the three areas that you need to focus on in order to find the time to write. They form what I've called the work equation. Now, unless you balance them, you'll never find the time to write your book. You just go from one problem to another problem. Just because it's a series of excuses doesn't mean it's your fault, it just means that you haven't solved the whole problem. Next, we covered the solutions to the whole issue. This is what we need to do in those three areas in order to ensure that we solve the whole problem. You see, we need to motivate ourselves, and we need to keep that motivation up. We need to find 4 hours of time per week as an absolute minimum. And we need to make it as quick and easy as we can to actually write. So we need to motivate, find the time, and use a system. Do one, and the problem will reoccur. Something else will go wrong. Do all three, and you're far more likely to succeed. Cool. Now today, I'm going to give you 3 tips, one in each area, to help you create your own system. Now these are all different tips from those in the DVD workshop that we'll talk about a little later. So let's get started. First off, we need to build your desire to write your book. To do that, you need to motivate yourself, just like you would for any other employee. And then you need to sustain that motivation. Now, picking the best motivation involves a number of models that I frankly don't have time to show you in the 5 minutes we've got left. In our 2 DVD course, we go through the most important, but in 5 minutes is just not enough time. Sorry. So my tip instead is going to focus on how to sustain your motivation, how to actually motivate you after you've chosen your motivations. Now, here's the thing. All of the Windows operating systems, whether it's XP, Vista, or Windows 7, can replace the picture you use behind your desktop. Now, with Vista and 7, you can use a slideshow. With XP, you need a tool that you can download from Microsoft to do the same thing. Now, if you use a Mac, you also automatically get a slideshow. Now, you'll have to learn how to do that by looking it up. However, it is really, really easy. So start off by finding yourself some pictures that illustrate why you're writing the book. Now look for pictures that illustrate what's motivating you, pictures that will inspire you. Then get yourself a picture manipulation tool, right? Paint comes with Microsoft, all versions, and that'll do the job. Then add a phrase or sentence which drives the point you're making home. You'll still have the picture, and that will drive the point home, but this phrase or sentence will make sure that you link the picture and the thought together. Then all you need to do is add the pictures in a rotating slideshow desktop. Right? Just whatever method it's using, and usually it's a matter of just putting it into a directory, and you're all set. Whenever you aren't taking up the whole desktop with a program, you'll see the reasons for writing. They'll constantly reinforce themselves. Even if you only see part of the picture, it'll help you to focus your mind on those motivations, and you'll find yourself consistently motivated to write a book. Now, the second part of the solution is that you need to find the time to write. So how much time are you going to need? Well, at your most efficient, you can expect to write about 5,000 words in one morning. Now, for most people, that's also the most you can reasonably expect to write in a day. That means for a 100-page book, you're going to need about 5 writing days or 5 4-hour blocks of time to write. Plus, you'll need a little bit for researching and planning. But that you can work in anywhere. We're only talking an hour or so here, an hour or so there. So that's not an issue. It's the big blocks of writing time. Now, here's the tip. Once you've eliminated all the time you waste, once you've blocked that all together, you may find that you still can't get enough time to write a book. So one of the things you can try is to hire a temporary worker. Chances are you're doing a number of tasks that aren't worth as much as writing your book, okay? Bluntly, writing your book is presumably worth much more than that 10 or 20 bucks you'll spend on getting your lawn cut, or on babysitting, or on cleaning the living room, right? So check out the local high school. Now, they sometimes have students who are looking for spending money. Or, if you're really lucky, they may even have work terms available. For example, you might find that hiring a research assistant for free, that's what we're talking about, may help you to finish your book sooner and may basically make up the time that you're losing. Now, the third part of the solution is a little bit more complex. It's the system you use to write. Now, it's more complex because it actually includes the writing processes, but also your environment and your work habits. Now, your environment has a major effect on how fast you can write, but sometimes it's good to slow things down slightly. Now, this preparation time can help you to focus yourself on your writing, and that will improve the speed of your overall writing. Well, that's part of the reason why you should always edit your previous day's writing before you begin today's writing. It's not the whole reason, but it's a good part of it. However, creating a ritual will also help. It doesn't have to be complex. In fact, simple and fast is better. But it says to your brain, it's time to write now. Start writing. For example, checking my backpack to be sure my computer, my notebook, and my pens are in the backpack is part of my ritual. Even though it's done about 15 minutes or more before I actually sit down to write, it helps me to prepare. It helps me to get my mind in the right place so that I know I'm going out and I'm going to do some writing. Now, to create a ritual, you need to do the same thing every time. Now, this causes your brain to link the steps, and that means that one of those steps needs to be writing. So when you're building the ritual, the habit, you absolutely must produce some writing. The second sub-tip is that it takes roughly 28 repetitions to create a ritual or habit. Okay, that's the end of the video course. I hope you found it interesting and useful. Thank you for your time and your attention. Now, if you want more information, you can always check out the blog. However, we also have a 2-DVD home workshop that covers the information in these 3 videos in much greater detail. Now, this home video workshop is essentially the same information we had in our full-day live workshop. We've included the same exercises that we used. We've just called them homework. So this is over 2.5 hours of pure information, plus guidance on developing your own responses, your own customized solutions. So we walk you through the entire process, from identifying where you are weak to choosing where you are going to write, and everything in between. Now, you can find out more information by going to the URL that's on this page somewhere. It might be below or to the side here, but it's somewhere on this page, and clicking on the link. So thank you for your time, and I hope you'll come back.